Hello, my sweet angels. My name is Duncan Burt, and I'm thrilled to be one of West End Best Friends Superstudies of the week this week, which is celebrating all the glorious covers and swings in this fabulous industry. Basically jumping straight into it. I've only swung covered once, and it was last year on the original UK tour of Friendsicle, a parody musical about friends, which, incidentally, I'm having a cheeky brew from the mug at the moment. And basically, it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's a parody musical about friends. So it's 10 years in 2 hours, which you can imagine is quite fast-paced, a little crazy, and a lot of fun. So I was playing Gunther, and I also played Frank Jr., Richard Burke, and stage manager, as well as a dancing Dilophosaurus. Fave part. And I covered the roles of Ross, Chandler, Joey, and female ensemble. It was quite intense. It was a 2 hour show that was really fast paced, and obviously I was covering like 60% of it with the female role as well. Likewise, the female swing, the stunning Rebecca Withers, was covering around the same amount. So it was really intense, but it was so much fun. So the most I got to go on for was female ensemble, which I actually loved because it meant that I got to be Janice in the second act, and I got to be Julie, which was always really hilarious and was a really tough one for everyone to knock corpse on because I looked stunning. And then I went on for Joey in Newcastle. Joey was the first one that I went on for, and that was initially terrifying, but it was absolutely incredible. I remember being very scared because obviously each role, there's so much to learn with each of those roles because they were so big, and they all multi-role pretty much anyway. So like Joey and Chandler multi-role, and then Ross narrates the show, so he has a huge chunk. So all of those were massively intimidating roles. But Joe was so much fun because I got to play Chloe the Xerox Slayer as well, which was really great. And it was an amazing night. I remember bricking it in stage right because Monica and Joey start stage right, and Sarah Goggin, who was the most incredible Monica, turned around to me and she was like, "Are you bricking it?" And I was like, "Yeah, just had." And she was like, "Why? You've got this, mate. You're Joey Tribbiani tonight." And I was like, "Do you know what? Yeah, I am." And I went on and I had an absolute riot, and it will be like, I think when you're terrified and the first time you go on for a big role, it's all a bit of a blur, but it does stand out. But that moment when the lights go down and you know you've done it, that is the most incredible feeling in the world. And Newcastle, they were the best audiences, so that was so much fun. The other time I got to go on was in Chelmsford, and that was for Chandler. And that was massively intimidating, actually, because Chandler's like everyone's favourite character. So that I felt the pressure on that one, and that one was harder for me because Chandler's like really quick. And obviously there's a lot for him and Monica to do in the second act. And so that one was harder. Everything was coming to me at that moment as it was coming out of my mouth. So that was a little petrifying. But again, getting through it was an amazing feeling. Obviously, the thing that you get asked a lot is when you cover is how do you remember it all? And I think it's very different for each person. But I was given a lot of advice by some of my incredible friends that have swung in this industry and covered in this industry, of just learning one track at a time, getting one track down, and then doing it. Most importantly, if you're like an onstage swing, like I was, get your track down first and then move on to the others. And then what I did was I went all paperless and edgy and had my iPad at the front, and I was swing mapping the entire show, and I did it on what's it called? The app on iPad, Keynote. And so I could animate little things. I had the bird's eye view of the set, and then I could animate all the characters in that scene, where they moved and when they moved. So that really helped, and that was there to refer to it and a lot of videos. But it was just learning tracks. And then obviously watching it each night, Becca and I used to stand at the side of the stage, and one night she'd be like, right, you be Monica and I'll be Chandler. But other way around, obviously. And so we used to do it like that. So it was almost like via osmosis. But it was absolutely incredible. I'd love to do it again. Now that I know that I can do it. And it's just an honour, really, to have been able to do that and be part of the swing cover family in this industry, because they truly are the backbone and they are actual superheroes. And I'm still in awe of how they do it, to be honest. But yeah, keep on swinging. Love to all.